Great. Dydd Gwyl Dewi Hapus!
Yeah!
And croeso! Happy day St. David's Day and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the Relationships and Sexuality Education Guidance and Code that have been published by the Welsh Government and to be used by all public sector schools in Wales are documents that are riddled with ideology. The guidance contains definitions of the words sex and gender. Now you would think, wouldn't you, that any teacher that doesn't know the meanings of the words sex and gender is in the wrong profession.
Yes!
But the Welsh Government don't want teachers to use the dictionary definitions of these words. They want teachers to use definitions derived from queer theory. Queer theory is an academic discipline whose adherents believe that power lies within language. And by changing language, they can change people's perceptions. The author of the RSE Guidance and Code is Professor Emma Reynolds from Cardiff University. In 2007, she had an article published in the British Journal of Educational Studies. She quoted another academic, Richard Johnson. He said, "Queer theory is linked to forms of politics which deliberately seek to break down the fixed boundaries between the homo, gender and other binaries, to multiply sexual categories and ultimately dissolve them. Queer theory aims to dissolve boundaries between categories." So queer theorists tell us that biological sex, rather than being a material reality, is a social construct. So rather than being defined as the distinction between male and females, in the guidance, the word sex is defined as something that is attributed to someone. Queer theorists tell us that gender is performed, and a gender identity is created as a result of that performance. So rather than being a synonym for sex, in the guidance, the word gender is defined as something that's often used to refer to whether someone identifies as female, male, or non-binary. So the word male, rather than being a sex category, now refers to the ideal manifestation of virile masculinity. And the word female now refers to the idealized manifestation of demure femininity. Well, I have news for the Welsh Government. No man is the ideal manifestation of virile masculinity.
Yes!
Not even Mark Drakeford. Not even Jeremy Miles. And no woman is the ideal manifestation of demure femininity.
I beg to differ.
Not even Hannah Blythen. And not even Kimberly Isherwood. Because these people tell us that if your personality lies between the masculinity and the femininity, you're non-binary. But we're all non-binary. Every one of us, or none of us are. Yeah. But the Welsh Government mandate that schools teach this sexist nonsense to our children.
Nonsense!
This is Orwellian newspeak, and the Welsh Government are big brother.
Yes.
The RSE code should contain what was required for teachers to teach sex education to our children. But there's no references in the code to the words boy or girl, man or woman, male or female, because queer theorists tell us that the category of sex is a name that enslaves. Well, I've a message for queer theorists like Professor Emma Reynolds and Jeremy Miles, who approved the code. Those people who tell us that it is bigoted when we use words to refer to material reality are pushing a poisonous ideology. This government has turned our nation, Cymru, Wales, the land of our fathers, into the land of our non-birthing parents.
Yeah.
This is their legacy.
No way! Shame on them! Shame on them!
And if you listen,
Shame on them! Shame on them! Shame on them! Shame on them! Shame on them!
and if you listen closely, you will hear the sounds of the bones of St. David spinning at this absurdity. Queer theory has turbocharged an ideological belief that we all have a gender that is independent of our sex. This is a lie. So Mark Drakeford, come out and tell us, what gives you the right to change the definitions of words? What gives you the right to lie to our children? Changing the definitions of words is not within the purview of the Welsh Government anyway, but you must at least have a democratic mandate. Come on out and explain. Where is your mandate? The truth is, you have no mandate. You have no right to change the definitions of sex and gender. The truth is, you have been sold queer theory, you have bought queer theory, and you're indoctrinating our children with queer theory. This is a theory. This is a theory that tells our sons and grandsons that if they don't perform masculinity, they're not really boys. This is a theory that tells our daughters and granddaughters that if they don't perform femininity, they're not really girls.
That's bigoted.
Oh, you may dress this up in the rainbow-coloured paper of diversity and inclusion. You may decorate it with mermaids and unicorns, but we know what this is.
Yes.
This is conversion therapy.
Yes.
Last year, 5,000 children were referred to the JIDS clinic in the Tavistock.
Terrible.
97.5% of those children, it is claimed by a whistleblower, had autism or depression or other mental health issues that may have given rise to their dysphoria. Many were looked after children. Many had been sexually abused. These are vulnerable children. The majority were same-sex attracted or bisexual. These were vulnerable children who bought the lie that they had a gender that was different to their sex. Child sacrifices to the woke gods. The Welsh Government mandate that our children be taught that they have a gender as well as a sex. Jeremy Miles, come out here and tell us.
Yes.
How many Welsh school children are you prepared to sacrifice?
I think he just likes the boys.
Yeah. This government doesn't listen. This is the problem. Despite widespread concerns, this government doesn't listen. They no longer serve the interests of the people of Wales. They serve the interests of Stonewall. And they reward them handsomely with taxpayers' money, with our money. So Mark Drakeford, Jeremy Miles, Hannah Blythen, listen now. In her 2007 paper, Professor Reynolds wrote, "Queering childhood involves not just the queering of sex and gender and sexual binary oppositions, such as male and female, and heterosexual, homosexual, but also the generational binaries, adult, child, and sexual, asexual. The parents and grandparents, the aunts and uncles, the people of Wales of all faiths and none. We weren't asked if we wanted our children's childhoods to be queered.
No.
We don't want our children's childhoods to be queered.
No.
We will resist our children's childhoods being queered.
Yes.
Our children will not be guinea pigs for your social experiments. So take your queer theory, take your gender ideology, and stick them in your jar of Nutella.